They can deport you from any other country. They will bring you back to Nigeria. If you set this country on fire, you will come into the fire. The truth is, if there is employment in this country, somebody who is collecting money will not be in the street. If our youths are paid well, people go to school, they are graduate, they have PhD, they have masters, they don't have anything. African leaders, wake up! Wake up! That's the truth. Wake up! Build good hospitals at home. We are tired of these overseas trips. When you have the money to build good hospitals here, wake up! This is our home. Wake up! The money we are accumulating and stealing, African leaders. Even when you die, you can't finish the money. These are the provocations. Your end, even though somebody wants to bring you down, if you do what is right, nobody can bring you down. Good leadership sells itself. See, we used to pray, and we have been praying for Nigeria. Now, we'll be talking. Because you see, prayer, we are prayed. Let us now talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Suffering and smiling is one of the reasons why we have gotten here. If we started shouting from the past regime, we will not get to where we are now. This man of God is talking now. I study political science in school, so it's my field too. I can talk. You cannot just sit down. One of the great problems we have in Nigeria and in Africa is systemic failure. Everything, leadership, systemic failure. I enter, I put my brother, not competency. I put this, it's time for us to eat. Oh yeah, wajong. Everybody come and eat. Kuzo, kuchu abinchi. Let's eat. That's what we do. So we eat, we see it as our turn. So that's why we don't understand this issue. If we continue like this, things will not change. Things will not change. Believe me, God is keeping this country, and this country must do. How can we afford refineries and no one is working? And we keep having billions voted for it. And there are staffs in that refinery collecting salary. And I don't know what they are collecting salary for. Now we keep quiet here. God will help us. We need leaders with will who will stand. This is not about Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. We need leaders with will to stand, to talk. I will say my own. This is the only way I can say my own. And every one of us. It's time to talk. If we don't talk, our children will suffer it. But say, in the name of protest, we want to bring the country down. We will not allow you to do that. We will speak against you. This country is our country. And this is not about one man. If you have your hatred for one man, keep it to yourself. Leave Nigeria. When it is time, you can now begin to do. You talk about electoral reforms, everything. I can see that the current government has won the case with the governors on the autonomy of the local government. That's a way to go. Things is putting shapes, and let us pray that we should have a time where the president will not elect the INEC chairman. There will be a procedure where there's the independency of the INEC and the rest. Fine. We will get there step by step. It's a step in progress. But one thing is, every one of us, as we pray, we should talk and walk. This is our country. Nobody should join to pull Nigeria down. We should talk about issues, but not to destroy this country. Because this is our home. And this is where we will come to. Even those who are old, after they are old in America, everywhere, they think of coming back home. And if you have a problem, if they want to deport you, where will they deport you to? To Nigeria. At least you will come back home. You will go to your village and see your people. If you scatter Nigeria, where will you go to? Sometimes I feel for our security operatives, you know, in the midst of these protests, people who gone and they just want to make sure there's law and order. And then you see people start stoning them with boot, stoning them with... You don't need to do that. These men are just there to protect. And you should understand, they obey command. Please, you don't need to stone a policeman, tear their uniform, and provoke them. That's not the person ruling you, leading you. That's not your governor. That's the policeman. He's just sent there. The soldier is sent there to make sure that lives are not lost. Please, let's not hate our security men, police, soldiers, and the rest. When we see them and we are protesting, you are bitter. You start stoning them. You see them like they are the president you hate or the governor you hate. Please, many policemen who also go to the same market you go to, soldiers who also go to the same market you go to, have lost their lives. You've made them to become widows. You stone them, but no. These are all the things that lead to provocation. A policeman cannot stand and see two people have also hit his policeman down. These are what leads to provocation. Don't provoke them. Deal with issues. Speak to issues. When you speak to issues, leaders will listen. They will listen. Nobody says they are not listening. The body language everywhere is showing that everybody is concerned about the protest. When we talk like this in the church, they are not supposed to talk like this in the church. They are not supposed to talk like this in the church. As if you don't go to market because you come to church. As if you don't eat because you come to church. Now that you come to church, you came to church, you put water in your car tank. You just carry water and pour and you drive down here. Give Jesus a clap offering.
iPhone X gone. You ain't robbing, you ain't stealing. What's the issue? Why are they killing us for no reason?
History books can't wait to tell of the generation that spoke up for justice.
We young people want to protest again, right? The last one I want to talk for this life. Shame on Nigerian workers. I repeat, our papa, these fathers, the fathers and mothers, shame on all of you. Shame on all the civil servants. How many times we, the children of this country, are protesting, fighting NSAS. Now the children are still organizing again to go and protest on the streets to lay their life. About women protested. Right? Enugu coal miners protested. Abeokuta women protested. Right? Nothing really changed, but it was the beginning of something. Those protests, what did they really do? They inspired the civil service, the working class. The Nigerian Labor Union was founded under Mike Imodu, the late Pa Mike Imodu, based on the energies of this protest, seeing that their people cannot survive. They used to call it in cola that time, cost of living allowance. That was the beginning when these workers can't join their people to increase the cost, increase the cost of living allowance. That was the beginning of the struggle against colonialism. Pa Imodu used that to show solidarity with the coal miners, with the Aba women, with the Abeokuta women. The professionals of Nigeria went on a general strike. Without that general strike, there's no way our protests can make sense, because the general strike is what affects the capitalist in the place he respects the most, in his pocket. But the workers of Nigeria, the parents of these children, are the worst enemies of their own children. Because regardless of what we are doing in this country to say make this country move forward, these people will still go to work. Now they blame the protesters. Nigeria needs a general strike for at least 1 month. Nigeria needs 1 month of general strike. Shut everything down. Make this government hear word. Make these elites hear word. Make them face everybody. Make the negotiations they happen for here. No matter how we protest, as long as there's no general strike, where the money is still being made in their pocket, their children are still flying up and down, all these their business are still opening, giving them all they're not going to send. When will the workers of Nigeria align with the people? We're not going to call protest for fuel. Small things. When we say no, no. They say don't. Let me tell you, they're not going to fix the fuel matter. They say Last one, a minimum wage. They say they protest. Government never fix minimum wage. They don't call off protest, strike. They don't call strike off. Why strike in the first place? Why strike? Fake strike. Strike to negotiate money in your own personal pocket.
So, beloved, I believe you heard what Joshua Iginla has to say. Like I said in the previous one, that I will bring the continuation, and this is the continuation. But before I continue, please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe and be part of this lovely family, because I bring you prophetic words from all those men of God concerning Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. And I believe that you do not want to miss out on any of our video, because prophecies is not to put fear in your body, but to give you an insight of what is about to happen. If you are somebody that believes in prophecy, please, this is the channel that you will not want to miss, and the things that is happening in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So subscribe and be part of this lovely family, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, oh my goodness, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you. Thank you for always tuning in, and thank you for always supporting us by sharing, liking, comment. So please guys, do where to subscribe, comment, like, share to family and friends on all social media platforms. As you all know, Joshua Iginla said a whole lot of things that I'm not here to say anything or add anything, but there are some few things I just want to say based on my own personal opinion after hearing what he has to say. This video is just a whole lot to take in, is a lot to digest in. If men of God like him, like this, could come out like 100 to speak. When I talk about men of God, I'm not saying that a lot of people are not coming out on the social media space to talk, but prominent men of God that if they mention their name, it echoes. Let them come and let them join hands together. And I'm not in support of saying, oh, as we are coming out to protest on the 1st of August, we are coming to destroy government property or individual property. No, if you have followed this channel for a very long time, or for a couple of weeks since this protest of a thing came out, I have been warning that, even to the point that I said, if you're someone that you feel like you have a personal business and is at the roadside, that if anything may happen, it will actually destroy or disorganize your business, please do it to move them home. I said that if you have been following this channel for a very long time, move the thing home. Even though you don't have a storage space, it's not bad for you to take out 100 to 200,000, build a space in your place that you can put those goods there for the meantime, so that after the whole process of a thing, we all come out to actually smile at the end of the day. These things the government are doing, you could tell the fear in their voices, the fear in their body language. They are just doing everything to just distract us, to do everything to stop this protest, to make sure that it does not commence. And a lot of fears have been put in the fear of in people's body that, oh, this protest is going to lead to another thing. People are coming to hijack it. See, let's be wise. If you see that people that do not want the interest of this protest, that are going to demolish things, destroy things, that shouldn't be the case. I understand we in Nigeria, we are one of those people that we get angry at things, we get irritated by things easily, but that shouldn't be an excuse for us to go about destroying property. If our agenda is met at the end of the day, we are all going to enjoy it. There is something Fela Kuti's son said there that I'll tell you that for free, that he's saying the truth. Because there are still some people that forget about the ethnic groups they come from. They will still come out boldly to tell you the truth, how it is. There are a lot of refineries in Nigeria. Okay, look at Ajaokuta Steel Company, for example. Do you want to tell me that those women are not coming? Plenty of people are coming out to protest. What are the government doing? Those companies are being shut down for years, and people are still receiving salary. When I tell you that they use these people for their end game, and at the end of the day, they have to do their bidding. So the problem is not just only the citizens of Nigeria. The major problem lies on the government, and the government is not doing anything to even regulate things or put things in place. They are not doing any of those things, and you feel like we should fold our hands and watch, just cross our fingers and watch. No, we won't do that. In as much as we are praying, let's also attack things in a manner which we will attack. There's a saying that goes that if you know you are right There are a lot of ways. If it's just one point, you can pinpoint on something and hold it down there and say that I will not agree based on this particular point. Instead of you getting angry because you are right or because you felt that the person has done you wrong, then you start blowing off steam. Before you know, you have lost your right, and you see that you will be the one at fault at the end of the day. Probably you start hitting the person, you start doing all manner of things to that particular person. You have lost that right that you had in the first place out of anger or out of self-control. Me, I would advise that we should carry this thing like our life depends on it. Like Kuti's son said, just imagine when the minimum wage was like, oh, this minimum wage was supposed to go like this, it was supposed to go like this. They came out to protest, but 2 days they were out of the street. What did I say? If you go back to my previous videos, you will see I said it. I said these people have prices and their prices have been met. They call it off. They say they have settled. I remember on Democracy Day, they say no, they and government did not settle anything. Government is lying against them. But at the end of the day, they say yes, they have settled. They have shook hand. Everything is fine now. Nigeria should not worry. They agree on that 70,000. What will 70,000 buy? Now you are saying that they should buy 50 kg of rice for 40k. Do you know how? Oh Jesus. Okay, out of 70, you use 40 to buy. What are you going to use to buy firewood, gas, or kerosene to cook that food? What about the protein? Or you buy rice will begin cooking safe. So they should think, like he says in the previous one, we don't need palliative. We don't need the government to give us things to feed us for a day. Then no. Create awareness, job opportunity for us everywhere so that we can be able to relate. As I'm talking to you, did you know that Dangote and Tinubu, they have shook that they agree to sell fuel for him in naira instead of dollar now? Which some of all these things, I looked at it, I feel pity for also. But I just hope that it goes well, because that one to create a little bit of job opportunity for a lot of people. I may even end up be one of those people that will be employed there. All these things we are doing is just to make sure that our voices are heard at the end of the day, honestly, because I don't know again. Because the government, they carry us go where we don't know. And it's high time we stand up to them and tell them that we have had enough. And like he says, it's time for us all to speak up. You cannot say because you're a spiritual father or because you are Daddy Gio, when it comes to other past politicians and presidents, you call for protest. But when you comes to this one, they say we get spiritual problem for this country. So me, I don't understand again. Everybody get price, like I said, and everybody have their pastor, papa, and in the system. But let's be prayerful and let's put everything in the hands of God and say that may the will of God be carried out in Nigeria. Like he says, we should pray, but we should also act. It's not every time that you go and kabash for 24 hours. These days, they always talk and say, manna does not fall from heaven again. You work for your manna to actually come to you at the end of the day, and that is a period. So in as much as we are praying in the other hand, let's also act upon some things that we don't like or that do not sit well with us. So that is just what I want to share with you, because full grown-up men, adults, are coming out to cry on daily basis, on weekly basis, that their family are not getting enough food to feed. A man came out to say that he cannot even ask his kids after eating, are you satisfied? Because he knows deep down within him that they are not satisfied by the portion of food they ate. But he cannot ask them because he does not have to give more than what he has given to them. So you have to adjust. What about some kids that cannot adjust? They start going outside to do all manner of things. At the end of the day, they blame it on upbringing. Yes, it also contributes that way, but they are not making things easier for parents to bring up their kids in a conducive manner, or in a way that it will not trigger them to go out and do all manner of things. So let's be wise and let's do this thing with sense and caution so that we can be at the top of this bad governance and put an end to them, shovel them to somewhere. Next time, when INEC announce any kind of results, we go stand on them. Gidigba. because we overlooked things. The protest was not kind of hot the way people expected it to be that period. That was what happened. If not, the election could have been cancelled. Maybe we will not be in this predicament. But everything happened for a reason. Maybe for us to see and hear what God is saying. That is just it. But what can I say? That is what I just have to say after what Prophet Joshua Iginla has to say, and some few videos you listened to concerning what protest is all about and what the agenda meant in the first place. That is just what I want to share and my own personal opinion. Please, you can drop your opinion at the comment section below after hearing what the man of God has to say and other people have to say. Everybody is contributing, so impatiate on it on the comment section below. Let's be aware, we are here to learn, we are here to hear things from one side and another on how to go about these things. So probably maybe coming across this video will help you how to mobilize people in your area to go about the protest. And maybe if you have a different agenda after coming across this video, maybe you change your mind to actually, let's not think about what we'll do things right now, then forget about how it's going to happen to us in the next couple of 3 years and 10 months, because that is when before this new government is going to step down. So do you think we will be able to survive till that time if things remain the way they remain? And if we don't put changes, I don't have any country to run to. So is this country that I have, and that is how I want it to remain. So let it be fine. That is just what I want to share with you guys this evening. So please do wait to subscribe, comment, like, share with family and friends, and don't forget to turn on the post notification to get notified, because I will be bringing you a lot of updates concerning this protest and how to go about it, and to make sure that our agenda is being met at the end of the day. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one shortly.